Welcome back to the channel, folks. It almost feels there is a daily nail-biter happening between Canada and Trump's America, and the clock is ticking down to August 19th. Our Trade Minister, Dominic LeBlanc, just wrapped up his fourth meeting with US Trade Representatives Jason Greer in just 3 weeks. And guess what? Again, no deal in sight. Same as usual. The US comes up with proposals that are insults at best. But here's the thing. This time around, something feels different. Our Canadian negotiators aren't blinking, and there's a reason for that. Today, I'm opening the curtain on this quick story into 2 sections. First, why Canada is holding firm. Second, why we can afford to do it. Let's be very clear about it, my friends. Canadians are fed up with the orange extortionists' repeated US shakedowns. Fed up with the threat. Fed up with the arrogant bullying tactics from Washington. But make no mistakes, Trump's disaster administration is bullying us because they need a deal. Sources say they are just as keen as we are to get something done before August 19th deadline hits. But here's the kicker. What US calls an offer just doesn't cut it for our team. And we are not accepting a bad deal just because some arbitrary date on the calendar is looming. Our negotiators, led by LeBlanc and Janice Charette, are in the trenches every single day, holding their ground. The Americans have been pushing for preferential access to our critical minerals and trying to link energy and security issues into the mix. We'll walk away if we have to. As I said right from the get-go, I think the orange gangster will tackle. And now, there's even chatter that the orange extortionists might actually blink first on this one. Well, he has been known to pull back when the pressure mounts. Well, we have 4 more days to go. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Why is Canada all of a sudden so confident? Because a lot of things has changed since Mark Carney took charge. Take the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion. It has been a complete game changer. The Chinese are now the single biggest buyer of our oil, with exports hitting nearly 47 billion in just 1 year. That's a far cry from the days when we sold almost everything south of the border. And we are talking about building even more pipelines to Asia. That's a real threat to the US economy, my friends. Look at the numbers. Our TSX is absolutely crushing it, outperforming US markets and hitting record highs. Consequently, foreign investors are piling into Canadian stocks, bonds and assets like never before. And our GDP growth, stronger than the one in the US. Our core inflation, heading in the right direction. We are attracting the kind of global investors that tells the world Canada is open for business, even when Trump's America is throwing tantrums. The bottom line, my friends, is this. If the orange idiot follows through on his 50% tariffs, Canadians will not forget it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There's a shift happening, my friends. We aren't the same country we were 5 years ago. We have options, we have power, and we got the economic numbers to back this up. Americans might not realize it yet, but the US is imploding in isolation, and playing hardball with Canada isn't the same slam dunk as it used to be. If this update helps you to understand what's really going on with the August 19th story, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to hear from you. What would you tell the US negotiators if you were sitting at the table? Thanks for watching. I'm Wilfried Lemkuhler with Europe Curious, where we don't just repeat the daily headlines, but open the curtain so you can see for yourself what's really behind it. See you in the next one.